In this session, we will discuss about MySQL. The MySQL database server is the world's most popular open source database with more than 5 million active installations. MySQL has quickly become the core of many high volume, business critical applications. Customers such as Yahoo, Google, Cisco, Sapir Holdings, HP, and NASA are realizing significant cost savings by using MySQL's high performance, reliable database management software to power large websites, business critical enterprise applications, and packaged software applications. Introduction to MySQL functions in PHP. The following steps involved in creating and working with the database: connect to the database, selecting or accessing to the database, making the SQL query, fetching the data, manipulation of the data, resolving the database errors, closing the database. Coming to the connecting to the database. The following function is used to connect to the database: mysql underscore connect, which takes three arguments: host name, user, and password. Host name may be a URL. If it is a local system, then you specify it as localhost. Otherwise, you specify the URL of the particular system. URL is the database, user is the name of the user, and password is the database password. The pseudocode is hostname is localhost and the user for the database is employee. Password is also the same. MySQL underscore and connect returns a resource variable. If it is successful, then it will connect to the database, otherwise it returns an error. Selecting the database. The following function is used to select the database: mysql underscore select underscore db, which takes two arguments: database and connection variable. First argument takes database name and second argument represents the variable whose value is in mysql underscore connect. Making the SQL query. To send a query to the currently active database on the server that's associated with the specified link identifier: mysql underscore query, which takes string as a parameter. It may be a query, DML or DDL or a DCL command. For example, $_result is equal to mysql underscore query, select employee name, employee number from EMP. If the result is successful, then the records of the particular records will be retrieved. Otherwise, it gives an error message. Fetching the data. The following functions are used to fetch the data from result set: mysql underscore fetch underscore row, it returns row as an array. MySQL underscore fetch underscore array, it returns row as an associative array. And MySQL underscore result and row number, it returns one cell of data. And $result is the result set, row number is the row number to be fetched. Data manipulation functions. After getting the result set, we would like to know the properties of the table like number of rows, which data types of the columns, etc. Then we use the following functions: mysql underscore num underscore rows, which takes result set as the argument. It gets the number of rows. mysql underscore num underscore fields, it gets the number of fields in the table. mysql underscore field underscore table gets the name of table the specified fields is in. mysql underscore field underscore name gets the name of the specified field in a result set, where $result is the result set, $index is the number of field in the table. mysql underscore field underscore type, it gets the type of the specified field in the result set. And index is the number of fields in the table. mysql underscore field underscore len, it gets the length of the specified field. $result is the result set, $index is the number of the field in the table. mysql underscore stat, which takes $link as or connection variable as a parameter, it gets the current system status. The $link may be represents the variable which was connected to the database. This connection returns the uptime, number of threads, queries, slow queries, opens, flush tables, open tables, average number of executed per second as an associated array. MySQL underscore create underscore DB. It, it is the function used to create MySQL database with the help of MySQL function instead of using at the MySQL prompt. DB as a parameter, it takes database name. $link represents the variable which was connected to the database. If the database is created successfully, then it gives the successful message, otherwise it returns an error message. MySQL underscore drop underscore DB, it takes DB database name and connection variable, that is $link as a parameters. It drops the MySQL database with the help of MySQL functions instead of dropping the table or database in the MySQL prompt. DB is a database name. $link represents variable which was connected to the database. The function returns an integer variable. Resolving the database errors. MySQL underscore errors, which takes $link or connection variable, which displays all the system defined database errors. $link represents variable which was connected to the database. Die is another method which was used to resolve the database errors. This function is used to exit or terminate. Now coming last, the final function is closing the database. MySQL underscore close, which takes $link as a parameter. It closes the MySQL connection. Now we will see an example how to work with MySQL functions in PHP with the help of one application. MySQL connect. Now the system is connected to locally. Specify host as localhost. Root is the username. Password is just empty. It doesn't has any password. Or die. If the link is not established, then exit. Otherwise, connect to the MySQL. Now specify the database with the help of MySQL underscore select underscore DB. Venu is the database. $link is the connection variable. If the database is connected, make a query on database with the help of MySQL underscore query. Now the query is select star from table name called student. Until all the rows are fetched, we will run a loop for each and every row to print first column values with the help of while loop. The output for the application is as follows. Now the user is connected, database also connected, which the student contains, the first field of the student table contains the following records: 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27. These are things about MySQL in